Write that down.
I'm not going to write it down.
You're supposed to be chronicling my wisdom.
I'm not going to chronicle your wisdom. You chronicle my wisdom.
Your wisdom is stupid.
You're an atheist?
I am definitely an atheist, yes.
Now, why are you an atheist?
Why am I an atheist? Because there is no God.
We are condemned to live only for a few decades, and that's too slow, too small a time scale to see evolution going on. Richard Dawkins. We see nothing of these slow changes in progress until the hand of time has marked the lapse of ages. Charles Darwin.
You've got the canine kind, the coyote, and the domestic dog, and you've got humankind. So Darwin said there'd be a change of kinds over many years. So could you give me one example of observable evidence of a change of kinds?
So, for instance, the fossil record shows the common ancestors of all carnivores, that cats and dogs were once linked, once united by a common ancestor.
How long ago?
This, I believe, was like 60 million years ago.
The scientific method must be observable and repeatable. So could you give me one piece of observable evidence for Darwinian evolution?
Okay, I would point to, as one great example, is look at the genetics of the stickleback.
What's that?
So stickleback fish are a very interesting collection of species that were recently isolated after the end of the Ice Age.
What did they become?
They're various species of sticklebacks.
They stayed as fish.
Well, of course, human beings are still fish.
Human beings are fish?
Why, yes, of course they are.
Could you give me an example of Darwinian evolution, not adaptation or speciation, but a change of kinds?
These are changes of kinds.
They're still fish.
They're distinctly different fish. For instance, I would say look at Lenski's experiments with bacteria then.
So what do the bacteria become?
The bacteria are still bacteria, of course.
That's not Darwinian evolution. To summarize, the observable evidence that you give me for Darwinian evolution is bacteria becoming bacteria.
No, it is bacteria acquiring new metabolic capabilities.
Do you believe a rose is intelligently designed?
Definitely not.
Could you make a rose from nothing?
No.
All the geniuses in the world can't make a grain of sand from nothing. We don't know where to start. Do you believe in moral absolutes?
No, I do not.
Is rape wrong?
Rape is wrong in our culture, yes. And it is
Rape always wrong?
It depends on your beginnings. If you say that you have a respect for other human beings, then yes, rape is always wrong.
So there are moral absolutes.
When you make a value judgment, don't you immediately step yourself outside of this evolutionary process and say there is the reason this is good is because it's good, and you don't have any way to stand on that statement?
But my value judgment itself could come from my evolutionary past, and I suppose.
So therefore, it's just as random in a sense as any product of evolution.
Well, you could say that, but it doesn't. In any case, nothing about it makes it more probable that there is anything supernatural.
Okay, but ultimately, your belief that rape is wrong is as arbitrary as the fact that we've evolved 5 fingers rather than 6. I mean,
you could say that, yeah.
So who makes the rules?
We do.
So if Hitler made the rules and he had the majority...
If Hitler made the rules, yes, we would be living in a society that Hitler would consider moral, but which I would not consider moral.
Did Hitler put into practice survival of the fittest?
No.
Oh, now you just made it weird. We were having fun until the killing everybody thing.
What was he doing then?
He was murdering people.
That's survival of the fittest.
That's not survival of the fittest.
It is. It's the lion eating the antelope.
No, there's much more to evolution than just this kind of crude kill and be killed model that you have in your head.
But I have seen a quote from Richard Dawkins saying, evolution in its rawest is incredibly cruel.
It is. Yes.
That was Hitler putting evolution into practice.
That does not mean it was moral.
It was immoral.
Nobody's claiming that evolution is a moral process. Evolution is a very harsh and cruel process.
Do you think you're a primate?
Yes, I am.
Are you a talking primate?
I am.
You're a single cell of annoyance that has crawled out of the primordial slime and just put on a bad shirt and like a cheap tie.
Good. Okay.
And I got more. You're facile. Oh. You're sort of imbecilic. You're ill-informed. You're ill-educated. You've got to admit that. You've got the sense of humour of an 8-year-old.
We go back to a common ancestor. Now, that common ancestor was not a chimpanzee and it was not a human. It was something else. Well, I'm an ape. I'm an African ape, and I'm very proud to be an African ape. Thus, I can mate with A, who can mate with B, who can mate with C, who can mate with D, who can mate with a chimpanzee.
Are you a cousin of bananas?
Why, yes.
You're so wise. But like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
Are you a good person, morally?
Yes, I am.
Do you believe in moral absolutes?
No, I do not.
Are you a good person, morally?
Yes, I am.
So who makes the rules?
We do.
Are you a good person, morally?
Yes, I am. No, I do not. Yes, I am. We do. Yes, I am. No, I do not. Yes, I am. We do. Yes, I am. Yes, I look at many women with lust in my heart.
I say that you know intuitively that creation is proof of the Creator. God has given you that inner light. So when you look at the genius of God's creative hand, you know He exists because of creation.
Just from a layman's perspective, it looks to me like The Exorcism was a miserable failure.
Well, what can I say? Thanks very much indeed for watching.
Yeah.
And from me and this shaved baboon in a suit, I think, say goodbye, pig boy.
Bye.
It was good. Look at that, really. What's that there? What's that there? Something there?
Oh, God.
Well, I'll crouch down behind you.
No.
Yeah. This is stupid. This is ridiculous.